ASH News TV. I'm Rachel Kopchak, and I'm joined now by Dr. Mikkael Sekeres, who is the first ever editor-in-chief of ASH Clinical News. Congratulations on this new magazine. Tell us all about it.
Thank you so much. Well, this arose because ASH recognized that there was a publication that was missing from most people who are members of ASH or anybody whom hematology touches. So our goal with this magazine was to report on stories that relate to hematology. We wanted it to be more inclusive, so to include people at ASH who may not have felt as if they were as included in ASH activities. We wanted to pull back the curtain literally, and that's one of the regular columns we have on some of the leaders in hematology to find out what makes them tick. What were their early motivations? What's the favorite part of their day? What's their worst part of their day? We wanted to have columns where people debated areas of medicine within hematology where there aren't any clear answers, and we wanted this to be a real debate. So we actually titled it Drawing First Blood. At the same time, we wanted to have statistics about hematology or medicine in general and bring in other areas of medicine that touch hematologists. So for example, in our most recent issue, we have a cardiologist commenting on up-to-date management of atrial fibrillation, because this is a medical disorder we see in our hematology patients, and we should be able to manage at least the basics of it.
Why is it important to really personalize? This is a really personal magazine that you guys have put out, and why is it important to have that side in hematology, that aspect?
Well, hematologists aren't robots. We see patients all the time, and we get to know our patients, and we treat a lot of different areas of our patients' lives. Of course, we deal with the hematology issues, and hopefully we deal with them well. We deal with their other medical conditions, and we deal with the whole person. So we've included some aspects in this magazine that deal with the humanity aspect of medicine. The final pages of each edition have our column called Passions, and that's about what people do outside of medicine. In this issue, we have some fabulous photographs by Jason Gottlieb that should make Ansel Adams worry. We include things like photographs, stories, book reviews, artwork, anything that people do outside of medicine. And we want to showcase this so that people realize that they're not the only hematologist out there who also happens to dabble in art or in photography.
And where can people pick this up? I know it's available in the ASH store. They can pick it up, and it's free, right?
It is a free magazine. We're giving it out at the ASH meeting right now. It comes out monthly starting in January. Just email or call up the ASH offices or at ASH Clinical News to make sure that you're on the subscription list. And we have online content. So our website is active as of the ASH meeting. We will have an app that's downloadable in January of 2015.
That's great. But you've filled us in enough about this, right? Don't we want to hit the streets? See what the people think about this?
I think asking me about the ASH Clinical News won't do any sense. We need to actually ask people who are out there reading it. Let's see what they think about it.
I agree. Let's hit it.
Dr. Allen, have you read the most recent edition of the ASH Clinical News magazine?
Well, I just got it this morning, so I haven't had a chance to read the newest one, but I know there's a great interview in the issue.
And can you tell me a little bit about that interview? Any biases with that?
Well, I'm involved, so I'm totally unbiased.
For the ASH Clinical News, do you think we need to come out with a Canadian language version?
I think we're doing okay speaking American. Most people can understand my slowly acquired Canadian accent now.
What would you think if I got a hair weave? Maybe a couple more beer ads then.
That would probably help a lot.
Would it be a little bit too much?
I think you could use some in the back and on the sides, possibly.
Thank you for your honesty. Are you a little bit nervous about the impact factor that the ASH Clinical News magazine may bring in compared to what the impact factor is for blood?
That bothers us a lot. It is beyond our ambition. We are competitors, but we are also good friends.
On your nightstand, you have 3 pieces of literature. You have the ASH Clinical News, you have Blood, and you have 50 Shades of Grey. Which do you reach for first?
ASH Clinical News.
Thank you so much, Joe. I know that you're from New York. You root for the Yankees or the Mets?
Both. I'm from New York.
How can you be a Mets fan? You're from New York.
I grew up in Queens.
Thank you.